Hey guys, Ryan here for Bender Wins. Hope everyone's doing well today. Here with your daily free picks. So today's video, guys, brought to you by betopenly.com, the world's first peer-to-peer sports betting site. If you guys haven't checked them out, guys, definitely check them out. All right. Yesterday, we went 1-1, but we managed to get our 2-unit win. Looked ugly early on. Early turnover, went down 14-0. Cruised back, got a nice win there. Ball State, not so much. They were battling the whole time. I mean, there was one point in third quarter it looked like we might get it done, but disappointing. But on to today, guys. So today, before I give you guys the picks, let's have a real quick heart-to-heart here, okay? So today is going to be a little bit different than a lot of the days, guys. I've identified some value in some unique places that I don't normally go, the dark places of sports betting. So we're going to have a conversation here. It's going to be a fairly heavily weighted day on one specific result. Now, that being said, guys, if that result doesn't come in, we could be looking at potentially a 5-unit loss, okay? Now, it's not a 5-unit play, but we could be looking at potentially a 5-unit loss, okay? Now, I'll say a couple things about that. First off, guys, if we're betting, 4 or 5% per game, we are not going to expose ourselves to a potential 5-unit loss if catastrophe strikes. We're not going to do it, okay? If you guys are betting 1 or 2%, we can take our lumps and we can recover if this goes awry. But if you're betting 4 or 5%, guys, it is just too much. So I plead with you. I beg with you. I know every time I say this, half the people don't listen to me, but I'm asking you guys, personal favor, please. If you're going to follow these bets exactly how I lay them out today, you need to back it off, okay? So I'm going to go over the bets that I have for you today. I'm also going to discuss the pitfalls, the downsides, the reasons why this bet might not come in. But at the end of the day, guys, we are doing what? We are identifying value, okay? And when we find value, guys, we take advantage of it regardless of the odds, okay? So I have 3 plays for you guys today, okay? I have 2 different team total bets and I have a parlay. Yes, that is right. I have a parlay for you guys. You believe it? I believe in the over a year I've been doing this, maybe 15 months I've been doing this. I've given out 1 parlay before because I don't like parlays. But I've identified value here, guys, and I think it's something that we have to have a look at. So if you're going to follow these plays, protect your bankroll, guys. Secondly, if you're following these plays, they don't come in, I don't want to hear about it, guys. You're grown men or women. You make this decision on your own. I understand, when I put plays out like this, guys, for the most part, people are good. But, we have days where, we'll lose half a unit and I still get people upset. So I could only imagine a day where if all goes wrong, we lose potentially over 5 units. There's going to be some angry people. So, again, ask yourself, are you willing to put the bet out there in the quest for value, or is it too much of a swing for you? If you're not comfortable with it, guys, I totally get that. You can lay off, you can not make the bets, whatever, okay? But ask yourself that first. Just don't blindly bet it. Ask yourself that first. Now, I'm going to walk you through the reasoning behind everything, guys. I'm going to talk about the pitfalls, okay? So now that I've given you ample warning, let's get into the pick. All right, guys. So the first play, we are going to bet Arizona over 27 points, minus 115. Okay, so Arizona over 27 points, minus 115. Now, I know what you're saying. You're saying, oh, that's not that risky. Why are we talk about that? Let me tell you about my next 2 bets. All right, the next bet, guys, Arizona over 21.5, minus 359. 359, minus 359. Okay, now, it's what I'm telling you guys. If you're not comfortable with it, don't play it, okay? But let's talk about value here for a second, okay? So far, this Arizona team, guys, number 1 offense in the league in terms of yards. They chew up yards. There's no question about that, okay? Does it help them going up against the 32nd ranked defense in the league in terms of total yards? Yeah, that helps us a little bit here. Now, what about the fact that, Arizona has a pretty good run game, and Seattle does a good job stopping the run. I mean, that's their one strength I think they would have, is they do a good job against the run. Last time they played, guys, it didn't seem to matter. Okay? Now, out of 9 games so far this year, Arizona has scored more than 21.5 points every single time except for 1 game. Only 1 game have they not done that. So if you had made this bet every single game so far, you would have won every single one, and laying minus 359, winning every single one of those, would be a positive return. Now let's talk about the game where they failed to get over 21.5 points, okay? That game was against Carolina, where they finished with exactly 21 points. They scored 3 touchdowns still in that game. They scored 3 touchdowns. They didn't kick a field goal, okay? And the only reason they didn't get over that is they fumbled the ball on Carolina's 26-yard line and lost the ball. Okay, they lost the ball on the Carolina 26-yard line. Otherwise, you were looking at a field goal and or a touchdown. Now, let's discuss here quickly what are the pitfalls? What are the ways where Arizona doesn't get over 21.5 points and we're out 3.59 units on one single bet? What are the pitfalls here? Okay, Tony Corrente is going to be the official for that. Tony Corrente is notorious for unders, so you could get a fair amount of offensive holding calls. It's possible. It's possible. That's certainly a pitfall. At home, Seattle's defense could step up. Okay, they could step up. They could do a good job against the run. It would prevent, establishing the play action in the second half, and certainly take points off the board for Arizona. But even last game against Seattle occurred back in October. Arizona put up over 500 yards. They put, I believe it was 519 yards they put up. They scored 37 points. Now that's at home. Okay, that's at home. And 3 of those points did come in overtime. So the other thing that I have to like about Arizona in this, guys, is the one area where, outside of the fact they're 32nd ranked in defense, Seattle has an atrocious time stopping third down. Okay, an atrocious time stopping third down. And the one area on Seattle's offense where there's a little bit of a blemish is their third down conversion rate. Their third down conversion rate is 14th in the league. Everything else, like 1, 2, top 2, top 3. But their third down conversion is only 14th ranked in the league. Okay, Seattle's third down, they stop less than 50%. Now, the last time that Arizona played Seattle, they only converted 5 of 12, which is not a horrible number. They only converted 5 of 12. But converting only 5 of 12, they still managed to put up 519 yards. Okay? If they can get that number above 50%. And also, I will say one other thing about this. Arizona guys, should the situation arise where they have to convert a fourth down, I believe they're 9 of 11 or 9 of 12 in converting fourth downs. Arizona is good at fourth downs. Seattle, not so much at stopping them. So when you factor all these in, guys, is it possible for Seattle to hold Arizona under 21.5 points in this game? Yes. Is it probable? Is it likely? Is it worth risking minus 359 that they will not stop them to under 21.5 points? In my opinion, absolutely yes. So I believe there is a fair amount of value at minus 359 to take the over 21.5. I really wanted to break that down for you guys. I wanted to show you guys what I'm looking at, because if you're going to make this bet, you're committing a significant amount of your bankroll on one play. But at the end of the day, guys, I've given out fairly large dogs in the past. In Masterclass, I've given out, plus 800 dogs in soccer. We go where the value is regardless of the odds. If you guys watch my election video, I gave out one of the states I gave out, let's see if I find it. One of the states I gave out as a favorite was like ridiculous. But again, it was as close to free money. Where was it here? Yes, thank you. New Jersey, okay? I took that as a play. New Jersey was minus 1,600, okay? That was one of the plays at minus 1,600. There was basically no doubt that it was going to happen, okay? I mean, in terms of value, minus 1,600 was probably one of the biggest steals of my sports betting career in New Jersey. The second the polls closed, New Jersey, there you go, locked up. So anyways, guys, at the end of the day, it's about identifying value. And I want you guys to be clear on that, I know there's people say, I'll never risk, more than minus 200, or I'll never bet, a money line, plus 300 or whatever. Like I've done it all, guys. And I can tell you, over the long run, as long as you're identifying value, you win. So at the end of the day, though, there's no crying in sports betting. So if you guys are going to do this, man up or woman up, and and put the bet in if you want. If you don't, I totally get it. All right. Next play, guys. Carrying on our somewhat risky day. We're going to look at a unique play here, guys, and that's a parlay. I've only given out one parlay since I started doing this, and this will be the second parlay I've given out. I was very reluctant about giving out the parlay because I always come on here, guys, and I always preach, don't bet parlays. Parlays are the biggest sucker bet in Vegas by far. And long-term, you will lose a bunch of money, guys. Two-team parlay has a 10% house edge. Straight bet, 4.5% house edge. Less if you're betting reduced juice or bet openly. If you're betting a two-team parlay, it's a 10% house edge. When you start getting 3, 4, 5-team parlays, you might as well just hand Vegas your wallet, because you will never win long term. Never. Okay. Now, the one parlay that I've said to you guys, if you have to bet parlays, bet a correlating parlay. Bet a team where one influences the other. Okay. Now, this is what we're doing here, and I want to throw this out there, guys. On the whole probability meter, okay? Probability meter. Seattle's a great ball club. They're 4-0 at home, okay? 4-0. They've still given up points at home, but they're 4-0. They managed to win those games. But if we look at combining Arizona's chance at winning here, Arizona to straight up win at plus 140, how are they going to get that done? What's their path to winning that, guys? They're going to need to score a lot of points, okay? Seattle is not going to lay down and die at home. But when we look at this from a pure value standpoint, if Arizona wins this game, it's going to be that back and forth shootout, guys. And I believe that they do have a chance. With the offense that they have, they always have a chance to win a game. So I like parlaying Arizona money line at plus 140 with over 57.5. Okay? Again, Seattle doesn't give up as many points at home as they do on the road. Okay? Arizona doesn't score as many points at home. On the road as they do at home. So these are all risks. Again, Tony Corrente. Guys, there's going to be some offensive calls that, will drag them back a little bit. But for Arizona to win this game, guys, are going to have to put up a lot of points. I like Arizona to put up points in this game. And when you look at a game that's going to be just a shootout like this, what do I always say with these high totals? It favors who? It favors the underdogs, because when you have a low total, like a total of 39, it favors the favorite, because that's going to be a more controlled game. When you have a high total game, guys, the probability of a crazy high scoring back and forth game increases. And when that increases, guys, your chance of an underdog pulling out a win increases as well. So when we combine these two events, an Arizona win and the over, we get odds of plus 358. So at plus 358, guys, I look at this as, it's a parlay. Yes, two events need to transpire, but my belief is that Arizona will be able to put up points, okay? So at the end of the day, guys, if Arizona manages to put up points, and I believe Seattle will as well, I personally think Seattle will put up points, we have a good chance of winning both these bets. So more or less, guys, this is a bet on your confidence level for Arizona to put up points. And that is why I say today's bets are risky because we have 3 bets on Arizona. If Arizona comes out and puts up 17 points, guys, we're going to be down, let's see, 3, 4, 5, over 5 units, almost 5.5 units, guys. So again, I want to reiterate this. I know it's a long video just for these 3 picks, but I have to reiterate this to you guys. If you're betting, 3, 4, 5% per game, and you're going to follow these guys, you have to back it off. You have to back it off. There's no way, if you're betting 3% even of your bankroll, and you're going to bet all of these, you lose 5 units. Do you really want to watch 15% of your bankroll, or 4 units, or 4%, 20% of your bankroll evaporate in one game? You cannot have it happen. You cannot allow for that to happen, ever. So if you're betting 1%, guys, and you want to do this, jump on board. I bet less than 1% of my bankroll now. I have for a while. It's just not feasible to bet 1% of my bankroll anymore, or possible, really. So if you guys if you're betting 1 to 2% and you want to follow this, okay. If you're betting more than that, guys, please listen to me. Taper it back if you want to follow this, or, just pick a couple bets you like. Maybe you like the parlay. Maybe you like just betting the over 27 and minus 115. It's totally up to you guys. I go where the value is, and sometimes that means that there's going to be risk involved. All right, so weird day. It really is. It's a weird day, guys, because I'm giving out a minus 359 favorite, which I don't give out too much, and I have a parlay. So pretty crazy. Let's go Arizona. Let's get some offense going in this game. And that is it for us today, guys. Thank you very much. And as always, guys, have a very lucky day.